The morning sun filtered through the blinds as Marcus adjusted his tie in the mirror. 20 years at First National, and today would be his final day. Not because he was retiring, though he'd told his colleagues as much, but because in exactly 47 minutes, he would rob the very bank that had employed him for 2 decades. Marcus had planned meticulously for 18 months. As the bank's systems administrator, he knew every security protocol, every camera angle, and most importantly, the scheduled maintenance window that would temporarily disable the vault's secondary alarm system. A window that happened to fall on this very day. He arrived at the bank earlier than usual, nodding to the security guard, Frank, who tipped his hat in return. "Early bird today, Mr. Peterson?" "Big day," Marcus replied with a thin smile. "Lot to wrap up before I leave." At his desk, Marcus logged in for the last time and initiated the maintenance scripts he'd modified weeks ago. On his screen, green text scrolled as the system began its scheduled update. What his colleagues didn't know was that his code contained a subroutine that would freeze the camera feeds and unlock the secure staff entrance at precisely 9:17 a.m. At 9:15, Marcus walked to the bathroom carrying his leather briefcase. Inside the stall, he removed the false bottom, revealing a black mask and a small but convincing replica pistol. His hands trembled slightly as he stared at the tools of his impending crime. Outside, Ellie Chen, a new teller, was having her first day on the job. Her training had prepared her for routine transactions, not for the silent alarm button she would instinctively press when she saw a masked figure emerge from the staff corridor. At 9:19, as Marcus stepped into the main hall wearing his mask, 3 things happened simultaneously. The vault's maintenance cycle completed 2 minutes ahead of schedule, restoring the secondary alarm. Ellie's finger found the silent alarm button beneath her counter, and Detective Sarah Reeves, who had been investigating a series of sophisticated cyber intrusions at banks across the city, walked through the front door for a routine follow-up. What followed was not the clean, calculated heist Marcus had envisioned, but a chaotic standoff that ended with him in handcuffs, his reputation in tatters, and the stunning revelation that the bank had been quietly embezzling funds for years, funds that Marcus had unwittingly helped conceal through his systems work. As Detective Reeves led him to the police car, Marcus looked back at the building that had been his professional home for 2 decades. "You know," Reeves said, following his gaze, "if you'd come to us with what you knew about their accounting irregularities instead of planning this, you might have been the hero of this story." Marcus nodded slowly, the irony not lost on him. "Funny thing about 20 years at the same place," he replied. "Sometimes you can't see what's right in front of you until it's too late."